Do, 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 do. Ooh. Mhm. Yeah, get my drink. Wait for the people to load up in here. Wait for them to load up right as we speak. Get this show on the roll. There we go. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. If anybody was just now watching the episode I just did before, I had my daughter on here and we talked about our trip. I allowed her to basically come on here and talk about our trip to Disneyland because the trip was really for her. It was amazing that she had such a great time. I switched off the live to do another episode right after it because I be having hashtags like that video have daddy daughter, and there'll be like a lot of daddy daughter people that like parents and little kids will watch the episode, and then I didn't want to be on the episode being like motherfuck this and motherfucker, and they be like, oh my, this is not, I didn't want any of that. Plus I didn't want my daughter to have that same type of filth on her episode. Just filthy shit that's being spoken about. You know what I'm saying? But let's get right into it right now. So there is a post that's been running around, and I've seen it for a while now. I spoke about this a long time ago, but it was the comments. Is Applebee's an appropriate first date? I want the people to come in here. I want people to hit the like button. I want people to hit the share button, hit the like button, hit the share button. Shout out to Isaac Gentry for his donation as well. Hit the like button, hit the share button. Is Applebee's an appropriate for a first date? Now, when I saw this video, the ladies that were on this video, they were on the Breakfast Club. I guess they was on the Breakfast Club, and the girl had said that I guess a athlete took her out, and the athlete took her to Applebee's, and after that, she said she was he flew her out, I believe, took her to Applebee's, and after that, she was like, I'm good, and she never spoke to him ever again. Let's look at, before I even talk about Applebee's as a first date, let's break down what Shorty said. Shorty said that an athlete took her to Applebee's, right? He took her to Applebee's, and basically, let me see if I can get the video. Hold on. Let me see if I can get the video. I wanna listen to this video first. I'm gonna get everything she said exactly word for word first. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. Hold on. Hold on.
A guy flew me to a guy that I met at NBA All-Star Weekend flew me to Dayton, Ohio for Valentine's Day, and he kept raving about he was taking me to his favorite restaurant for dinner, and we pulled up at that is his favorite. That's his favorite restaurant too. Did he have a coupon? Yeah, right. I got on the plane the next morning and never talked to him again.
So basically, okay, let me get the story right. A guy flew her out for NBA All-Star Weekend and took her out to Applebee's on a first date. Now, here's my thing to the girl. And because I looked at the comments section and I seen the comments section. So let's get the information. I thought it was an athlete. So basically, somebody flew the girl out for NBA All-Star Weekend. So the dude flew her out to NBA All-Star Weekend. I don't know if they did any NBA All-Star activities, and he took her out to Applebee's on a first date. And then I looked at the comment section, and in the comment section, let me just read some of these comments to you guys real quick. Let me just read some of the comments to you guys real quick, and let's get to the comment section. Some of the comments were some of the there were some chicks that saying that some chicks call the man a fuck boy. Some chicks say that, hey, it's like you might as well have taken me to McDonald's. Some people said people need to step their game up. Girl, you need to get a real one. And then you got some of the simps in the comment section. That I mean, you're gonna have niggas who want to fuck, who are basically in the comment section talking about, damn, a real man don't know how to take care of a real woman. You know, the simps are like trolls. They're trolls. So dudes that want to fuck are gonna say exactly what they think women want to hear on this situation. Let me explain something to you. Make sure you guys share the live. Make sure you guys hit the like button. This man flew you out, right? I believe he flew you to it was Dayton, Ohio, or whatever. I've never been to Dayton, Ohio, but he flew her out and he bought a ticket, which means he wanted to see you. So because he wanted to see you, he put money down on an airplane ticket. Now, I mean, there's two types of tickets, you know, first class. Even if he buys you a regular plane ticket or whatever to come see him, he paid money to fly you out to come see him. And he took you to Applebee's. And you feel like in your mind that this nigga, that he did a disservice to you. A man flew you from another state. Because most men, we don't do long distance. Most men don't really like to do long distance. But this man said, hey, he put money down. He flew you from where your ass was at, right? Flew you. I mean, you could have went out with any other nigga at this point, back home in your neighborhood. Flew you out. Got you a ticket. Flew you out to come see him. You come see him, and he takes you to Applebee's. It's not like the nigga was like, all right, let's get the 2 for $20, and he paid $20 for both you and him. He might. Let me explain something about Applebee's. Let me break down Applebee's first. I've been on many of first dates. First, I want to talk about first date. I've taken plenty of people to Applebee's. Applebee's for me is dope. It got the game. It got the meals. It got the deals. And not only that, it got the drink. It got the cheap drinks. Not only does it have the cheap drinks, but it has the type of setting of where I can get to know you to see if I'm going to take you on the first official date. See, there are two types of first dates. There's a date when you date someone and you say, hey, I want to kick it with you. Let's kick it. And then there's a official first date. A first date of where the motherfucker is like, yo, you know what? I actually like you. Let me take you out somewhere. So basically, you was on probation. Because if I flew you out and you come out and we go to Applebee's and you don't fuck with me, or you have an attitude about that situation, sister, I'm going to be honest with you. The road is going to be hard. You like, and for the woman that's in the comment section calling this man a fuck nigga and all types of shit like that, this is where the problem becomes. No one said to give up. It's not like the nigga said, give him pussy for a 2 for $20 wings. You don't have to give up no pussy for this. That is your decision. If you decide to throw that pussy on the table for some Applebee's. And there are people who have done that. And if they do, that's their business. There's some people that have done that. I had a great time. There's some people, you don't have to do that. But maybe this dude is like, let me see the type of person, like the fact that you got flown out, right? Let's put it like that. How much is it? Like, I don't know where she's from, but the fact that he bought you an airline ticket, he went online. Do you know how annoying it is to book an airline ticket? My wife does that shit for me. So he booked you an airline ticket. Brought you out, took you to Applebee's. That's what I asked Jermaine Thomas. Was it fun? Did you allow yourself to enjoy the date? Did you go into the date with negativity like, this nigga took me to Applebee's? Is that so? What like is that the mindset that you have going in? Like, this nigga Applebee's, this bro. Like, are you on your phone texting your friends like, oh, he took? Let me explain something to you. I know plenty of men who have taken women on expensive first dates and never dated them again. There are plenty of men who have have broken bank to take women out on first dates that they hardly know, that they're trying to get to know, and have a boring ass time. I went out with a chick one time to an expensive ass restaurant, and she bored the fuck out of me. I felt like my money was misdirected in the wrong direction. For real. Also, what if he had something fun to do after Applebee's and she missed? Exactly. What if after Applebee's, he was like, hey, let's go to this lounge. It's NBA All-Star Weekend. Oh, but because he flew you out for NBA All-Star Weekend, you felt like you were supposed to do NBA All-Star type shit. Like this nigga was going to take you to Roof Chris or to fucking the International House of Steak or Prawn World, Shrimp World or some shit like that, where he gonna spend $180 plate on you, and you still might not be right. I want to let you know something. You never want to date a cheap man. This is a fact. You never want to cheat a man that is going to treat you cheap. But you also want a man, you want to get to know, you want a man that is going to take care of you, of someone that you connect with, that you could have a connection with. You want a man that you could call your friend, someone that you can get to know. So what I mean by that is, when I say you don't want a man that's going to be cheap on you, this is the first date. This is Applebee's. You don't know where this could lead to after this. Maybe this man is a budgeting king and he knows how to spend money to where you have tons of fun. I went out with someone one time where we had fun on damn near $60. $60. I think I went to matter of fact, well, for Valentine's Day 2 years ago, I took my wife, we went to BBQs, right? In New York City. We got a $20 plate in BBQs. The fucking Henny wings were humongous. The French fries were endless, and the drink was huge. The bill, I mean, by the time I got out of there, the bill was no more than $45, and we saw a movie that night. So I'm sorry, it was a $70 bill. It was a $70 night, and we had hella fun because the whole time we was in BBQs, we were twisted, laughing and having a good fucking time. I know plenty of people that have gone to Applebee's on happy hour. I've seen women smiling at Applebee's. Depending on what Applebee's you go to, Joe. There are some Applebee's that have shitty service, and there are some Applebee's that are dope. I went to an Applebee's on 125th Street, Harlem. They have great service. I had a good ass time in there. I went to an Applebee's on Jamaica Avenue. They were kind of cool. The one in Queens Center Mall. The one in Queens Center Mall is the best Applebee's to me. The one in Queens Center Mall. If y'all from Queens, y'all live in New York City, the one in Queens Center Mall, right inside the mall. This is back when I went to this Applebee's. This is back when they had the dollar Long Island iced teas. I think it was like the dollar alcohol drinks, right? They had the dollar drink, but man, I had a great ass time in it. I had a dope time in that Applebee's. I don't know anyone. Now I know some people that might complain about the food in Applebee's because sometimes, yeah, Applebee's, but you have to know how you order it. But I know tons of people that have had fun. Applebee's has been open for a very long time because it is a dope. And if you look at their portion of meals, they have deals. They got the 2 for 20, 2 for 40. They have that Long Island. Yes, the Long Island iced tea was a fucking thing. Like Applebee's is to me the dopest place you could take someone. I judge it as a solid C. But yet, I'm not saying Applebee's is a dope restaurant. I'm saying Applebee's is a dope spot to go to if you want to get to know someone. Teza Durr said, I just came in, but I'm not going to Applebee's. So Teza Durr, let me explain what's going on for people that just coming in. There was a woman who was on the Breakfast Club, and she basically said that this guy flew her out to NBA All-Star Weekend and took her out to a date to Applebee's, and she was disgusted. And when she went and she left and she went home. Also, there are people in the comment section saying he needs to learn how to boss up. My thing about this is it's not about just Applebee's. It could be any place like Applebee's. Or she could open her mouth and say, hey, I don't like Applebee's. I don't know if she even said that. My issue with this is if someone takes you to a place to where and they fly you out and they take you to a restaurant like an Applebee's, do you expect a nigga to really break bank on the first? I mean, he flew you out. Let's get to know each other. You don't know what I have set up next. Now, you can tell the dude, hey, I'm not a fan of Applebee's. Anything else but Applebee's. Cool. But to play this nigga and talk about him like he ain't shit after he bought the ticket. He flew you out. You didn't turn down the ticket. You didn't turn down the flight. And that's my issue. I honestly, like I said, because I like Applebee's, I don't think Applebee's is a bad place to take someone if you're getting to know them. Like I said, I believe that there's two forms of first dates. There is the kick it. Hey, I want to get to know you. Let's go hang out. And I think, but okay, so Teza Durr, exactly. Teza Durr, I'm glad she said what she said. Sounds like they didn't take the time to get to know each other prior to flying out. And this is what I'm saying. Teza Durr, let me ask you this question. I'm going to put it up on the screen. I don't know how long. Let's say you and a dude have been texting to each other for a long period of time, right? You're texting each other. You haven't went out yet. He flies you out, right? He buys a ticket. He flies you out. And he says, okay, you're like, where are we going? And he's taking you to Applebee's. Do you, no, get disgusted and no longer talk to the nigga anymore? Or B, do you say, hey, I appreciate you flying me out, but I am not a fan of Applebee's. We could go anywhere else. Let's just say he says, let's take you. I don't know any other, like he said, would you leave him? Or would you give him a chance to take you somewhere else? What are you doing in this situation? That's right. All she heard was NBA All-Star Weekend. And that goes to show you that's what she felt like, you know. I mean, and to the dude, I will say this, man. Like, NBA All-Star Weekend, you should at least have given her the rundown before she got there. I will say that. You should at least given her the rundown. Like, hey, listen, we about to, you know, we about to go to, like, I think that's a phone call he should have had with her in the beginning. At least that's the thing. But let's just say, like, I fly you out, I feel like you should have stuff planned before she gets there. But let's just say he got her there. Like, all right, let's go to Applebee's. I just feel like communication wise, on both sides, to him, you should have let her know. To her, you should say, I don't like Applebee's. But to say I will not fuck with this person, no, it was a waste of my time, that's not a waste of time. Because let's be real. He know what you want. You want to do NBA All-Star Weekend shit. Why? The man flew you out. Do you expect And that's the question. Do you expect a man on the very first date to go all out and break bank on a first date? Isn't it about to getting to know each other? I like, look, I believe in romance. I believe in, you cannot be cheap. You cannot be cheap. But the very first time we're getting to know each other, the very first time we're getting to do something, I don't believe that a nigga needs to take a chick to Roof Chris and spend $180 plate on her on the first date. But I believe the verbiage has to be correct. The verbiage should be, hey, when we get out here, we're going to get into some things. That's the verbiage. I want to get to know you. When we get out here, I'm going to fly you out and we'll figure some things out. The verbiage has to be good because I believe a first date, a dope ass first date would be after the two of y'all are really clicking. You're like, yo, you know what? I really, Tessa Dirt said, I would go, but just to be polite. Thank you. And that's what I'm saying. But there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with saying, hey, this ain't my thing. I don't like Applebee's. I don't like anything that Applebee's menu has. Hold me read this comment before I say what to say next. I remember seeing Beyonce and Jay-Z at the Cheesecake Factory NBA All-Star Weekend 2008. And I guarantee you at the Cheesecake Factory with Jay-Z and Beyonce there NBA All-Star Weekend, the price of all the food were let me tell you something. Around BET Weekend, NBA All-Star Weekend, any of these event weekends, the prices on Lyft, Uber, gas, restaurants, money goes up. So Applebee's, if they got a 2 for $20, they're not going up to no higher than maybe $40. She said meet him at the all. She said she met him at All-Star and then flew her and he flew her out. It sounded like it expected something based on where they met at. Yeah, I mean, let me play the video one more time, guys. Let's play the video one more time. Here we go. Let's play it one more time.
A guy flew me to
Okay, let's go.
He has a horrific Applebee's story for you, but yeah.
What's the Applebee's story?
Real quick, in a nutshell, a guy flew me to a guy that I met at NBA All-Star Weekend flew me to Dayton, Ohio for Valentine's Day, and he kept raving about he was taking me to his favorite restaurant for dinner, and we pulled up at Applebee's. That is his favorite.
That's his favorite restaurant.
So it makes so okay. She met him at NBA All-Star Weekend, and he flew her out to Dayton, Ohio to take her to his favorite restaurant, and her favorite restaurant happened to be Applebee's. So basically, you met him at NBA All-Star Weekend. He flew you to Dayton, Ohio, and listen, like I said, the nigga flew you out. He said he wanted to take you to his favorite restaurant. What did I say a few episodes back? Does the word, the thought it counts, even hold any type of weight? Does it hold any type of weight? I mean, I don't know, because I'm a man. But the romance of the situation seems to be because now I got the whole correct story listening to the full video. So she met him at All-Star Weekend. He flew out to Dayton, Ohio. Okay. I'm still on this. To me, it makes the situation where if the nigga says to you, he flew you out to Dayton, Ohio, and says, I want to take you to my favorite restaurant. That's his favorite restaurant. I'll have you know, Applebee's was in my top 3 for a long time before I moved to LA. In the beginning, it was because Applebee's, I love their wings And well, no, so Nikki O, it wasn't during NBA All-Star. It's NBA All-Star week. He basically they met at NBA All-Star weekend and he flew her out to Dayton, Ohio, and took her to his favorite restaurant for Valentine's Day, and it happened to be Applebee's. That is the whole scenario in a nutshell. Of on Valentine's Day. Like I said, now listening to the story and hearing the situation, it's fucked up on both sides because of the fact that the man, I mean, it's Valentine's Day. I still don't see nothing wrong for a first date at Applebee's. If you don't like Applebee's, you could immediately say, "Hey, listen, I don't do." Or be polite. Go to the restaurant, eat, and say, "Hey, look, I don't want to go there. This is not. This might be a funny story later on down the line. But how about get to know this nigga's character? Get to know his character. He's from Dayton, Ohio, so I don't know what the restaurant scene in Dayton, Ohio is. But if Applebee's is his favorite restaurant, you can't knock this nigga. I don't know what else they are. What else? Let's look at. Hold on. Let me Google Dayton, Ohio, and their restaurants right now. Dayton, Ohio. But while I Google this, make sure you guys hit the like button. Make sure you guys hit the share button. Please share it live and hit the like button. So let me see. Let me see. Restaurants. And I gotta Google this. Let's see. Dayton, Ohio. All right, cool. Restaurants in Dayton, Ohio. There is Lily's Dayton, Jimmy's Ladder 11, Salah's Restaurant and Lounge, Ruth's More Than Italian, Wheat Penny Over Bar, the Pine Club, Coco's Bistros, I'm gonna be honest with you. If a man took me to Applebee's, let me see. If a man took me to Applebee's, I would automatically think he's trying to test me, and I hate that shit. So hey, hold on. Let me read some more comments. Trash. I went to college 20 miles outside of Dayton. Nikki O said that the restaurants in Dayton, Ohio is trash. It means she needs to introduce him to a finer places. I would like a little bit about that. I don't think, okay, let me just say this. I don't always think it's about testing someone. I'm going to give you an example. I'm from New York City. Not from New York, with Buffalo or up in Binghamton. I'm from the 5 boroughs. Believe it or not, there are people who have not left their borough. This is a fact. I remember one time I told someone I was going to Long Island, and the nigga immediately looked at me and said, "Oh, you going swimming?" In his mind, because in Long Island, that is where you would go, baby, for go to Jones Beach, or they have a lot of houses out there where people have pools, and they have I think Action, or what is it? They have a water park out there, but there is clearly a situation where my friend who lived in Brooklyn does not know that you could go to Long Island for other shit besides swimming. So the reason why I'm saying this is I have dated women in every borough, and there were certain women who aren't used to that. Like there's different. We're from New York, but each borough is built different. Everybody does different shit. We come together outside of New York as New York, but inside of New York, it's a separation. But like you got your Brownsville niggas. Even in Brooklyn, you got in Brooklyn, they got you got your Brownsville niggas, you got your Bed-Stuy niggas, you got your East New York niggas, you got your Canarsie niggas, you got your Coney Island. All of them act differently. Just like in Queens, you got your Queensbridge niggas, you got your Left Right niggas, you got your South Jamaica Queens niggas, you got your you got your Hollis Queen. Everybody acts differently. Everybody does different shit. So what I say all that to say, even in Los Angeles where I live, people in the Valley and people that live in LA, or if you go to California, people in the Bay Area and the people from LA do shit differently as well. That's right. People in Brooklyn call people in Queens country, which is crazy. So I'm going back to this guy. For him to say Applebee's is his favorite restaurant, maybe this is an adaptation of what he's around. My whole thing is, if he flew you out, you might have been NBA All-Star weekend. I don't know if he was balling NBA All-Star. Shit, this nigga that go to NBA. Listen, there were people that went to NBA All-Star weekend that had no money. There were women out there who were sleeping in a car. They had nowhere to go. There was people out there that were stranded. So just because you meet someone somewhere expensive, like the Mayweather fights, I be seeing people on live that go to the Floyd Mayweather fights in Vegas and don't be in the Floyd Mayweather fight in Vegas. They just walking down the strip like, oh, in Vegas, Floyd Mayweather. So my whole thing is, you met this guy NBA All-Star weekend. You gave it, you got his number. He invited you to go down he flew you out. He spent some paper. He spent some change. He spent some cheese on you to come out to Dayton, Ohio, and he took you to Applebee's. Now, my thing with you would be, I would check out his character. When you guys got in a restaurant, I'm just giving an example. Did he pull out the chair for you? Did he pull out the chair? Did he compliment you? Did he treat you nice? Was he a gentleman? After you were done with Applebee's, did he take you out so that he tried to have fun? Was he only trying to fuck? These are the things that I'm asking. If he wasn't doing any of these things, was he entertaining? Was this enough to be like, I will see this nigga again? Because if he was good enough to see again, then you could be like, hey, listen, I appreciate everything you did for me on that first day, but look, I'm not, Applebee's is your first restaurant. We need to travel. We need to do X, Y, and Z. You need to go here, there, and there. My wife took me to a bunch of restaurants I didn't even know existed in Los Angeles. My favorite restaurant is Volcanoes. It's a sushi restaurant that has dope ass happy hour. But it's like the Applebee's of sushi. But come to find out, like, she's taking me to Rock Sugar. She's taking me to a bunch of restaurants that I've gone to where I've been like, oh shit, this is dope. This is potentially dope. This is where it's at. So I say all that to say that, to this chick, where was your heart at when you went out there? Because it sounded like for this video, he took you to Applebee's and you left. You went back. I don't even know if he bought the ticket for you to go back. You said, fuck this shit. You met him at NBA All-Star Weekend. You never seen this nigga ever again. And he flew you out to Dayton, Ohio. And see, this is where it gets crazy. Because let's just say he'd have dropped $300 on the first date on you, right? And the nigga is boring as fuck. You would have kept fucking with him because of the fact that this nigga spending some type of money. So sometimes it's like, and that's why a lot of times both men and women find themselves in situations that are fucked up, and they sit there and they're like, God damn, I didn't know that this nigga likes to roundhouse bitches. Or he be like, I didn't know that this likes to roundhouse niggas. That's how it be. You find yourself in a domestic abusive situation, or you can find yourself in a situation where the nigga's consistently cheating on you, all because this nigga broke the bank on the first date. You gotta get to know a nigga energy. And let me say this also, ladies, who believe what Shorty did was right. Let's say a nigga take you out on a first date and he break bank on you and you find him corny and you eat his food and you don't hang out with this nigga no more. You now have a stalker on your hands. Yes, ladies. There are men out there, okay? Especially I'm half Trinidadian, but let you play around with some West Indian nigga, Caribbean niggas like that, and they break bank on you, and you don't, man, what pussy all? Let you play around, and a nigga will fly you out, and he spent $300 to $400 on you, and then you ain't picking up his phone calls and shit like that. You fucked up because you enjoying the money and the time, but you don't know that this nigga is absolutely fucking crazy. And a lot of times I have friends that be like, I didn't know that this nigga was crazy. You didn't know. I give it an example. I know a chick, right, that went on the first date with a dude. This nigga baller status. Haitian dude, right? Haitian dude. Now, here's the thing. I used to work at, in New York City, especially in Eastern Parkway and all that. You have all of the different Caribbean. You have Jamaicans, you got Trinidadians, you got Guyanese, you got Haitians. And a lot of times, a lot of Haitian men, those niggas is territorial. Like if they spend $10 on you, then what you mean you'll kind of pick up? They will. I'm letting you know they don't play that shit. You have to be careful. I think a place like Applebee's on the first date is the best type of service you can get. Not as far as the food or to getting to know the person. I don't like experience first date for that. See, that's why I said there's nothing wrong with saying, "Hey, what you doing today? Let's kick it. Let's go. It's so much pressure when it comes to the first. That's why I said there's 2 first dates. I don't believe the first date to me is the first one where you just like, hey, what you doing? Let's kick it. Let's go kick it. Let's kick it. Let's go hang out. Let's go kick it. Whatever. I got it, but let's go kick it. Y'all kicking it. You never know. There's no pressure on a situation. Y'all getting to know each other. Alabama Powell said, but it being his favorite spot is not good. No, but here's the thing, Alabama. You can't get mad. We cannot get mad if the first date, if that's his favorite spot. That might be listen to me. There are people that don't get out much. There are people who don't get out much at all. So we can't get mad if that's his favorite first date. We can't get mad at that at all. Make sure you guys share the live, y'all. Hit the like button. Please share the live. Let's kick the algorithm's ass, especially with YouTube. Please, let's kick the algorithm's ass. Because I've been watching my subscribers build. For some reason on this app, it keeps showing negative. And I know I'm not losing subscribers because every time I get an alert that I'm getting new subscribers. And I'm starting to notice people are telling me certain videos and shit are starting to just disappear in the wind or whatever. This is what YouTube does. I know after a while, after it rehashes, all the original numbers come back out and it plays out. But to kick the algorithm's ass, I need you guys to share, hit the like button, and also leave comments. Back to what I was saying, I for one, I'll tell you, okay, BBQs is I love, and when I was in New York, it was BBQs. Let me give you the level of places I took you to in New York. There was BBQs. I love BBQs. I loved Applebee's. And then, if I really liked you, I took you to Benihana. That's the restaurant where they cook the food on the table. That is like my top. That's my favorite restaurant. It's Benihana. Benihana is one of my favorite restaurants. I love I like the experience of when they cook the food at the table. If you guys watch my podcast, I done told that story 3 times over on how I feel about Benihana. So that is one of my favorite restaurants. You know what I'm saying? And listen, I had a chick take me. No, this is so crazy. I had a chick take me to Red Lobster about 13 years ago. I loved Red Lobster. She took me to Red Lobster for my birthday. She was so fucking boring. She made me look at the Red Lobster in Long Island by Green Acres Mall, a different type of. That's how boring she was. I was like, God damn. Like, I was like, when she went to the bathroom, the waiter that was there, I know him from the gym I worked at, right? And he walked over, he said, man, you're not having a good time. I was like, yo, please, man, please, just bring everything fast. I like, yo, my nigga, look out. I got you in the gym, please. And he made sure he brought the bread. He made sure he brought the food. She was at the point where she's like, damn, they bringing this food fast. I'm like, hey, they fast service. We can't complain. When we got to the restaurant, she's like, you want to go see a movie? I was like, shit, bitch, you guessing. I don't want to go. Don't. Bitch, you guessing. You a boring ass fuck. That's how I feel in my mind. Like, so I'm just saying, the moral of the story on this topic is about connection. The first time you go out with someone, you want the spot. You know, I always say a movie is not a good first date because you're really not getting to know someone in a movie, especially if the movie's good. I don't even want to fucking talk to you. You want to go to a place that's intimate, that's to me kind of low key, and good food, reasonable prices, where a lot of conversation goes down. Dates are all about conversation. If the date is, if you sit across from a nigga who is just you look good today, okay, so how's your date going, nigga? How about making her date dope right now? Don't be a corny nigga. So that's what I mean by a good first date. You know what I'm saying? Don't make her feel like, God damn, what did I do? This is a travesty. You know what I'm saying? Make her feel like, oh, okay, I went somewhere dope. Somebody said Hooters. D Bull said, yeah, yo, listen, I know a dude that married a chick off their first date being at Hooters because she actually liked Hooters. I'm not making this up. It's all about connection, talking, getting to know each other. It's not about testing. You want to make sure whoever you're dating with is not a control freak. You want to make sure that the person that you're talking to, that you could somehow like, okay, he can't dress, but he is funny. I could work on that. You know what I'm saying? Okay, he you know, I like how he dressed, but he's kind of shy. I'll take him home and jump on his dick, and I'll get that out of him. Don't worry. You know what I'm saying? Like, fellas, she might be shy. She's shy. All right. She's a little bit shy. She's a little bit nervous. Don't worry. We go home and put on my Mr. Marcus hat. We'll slowly get that out of her. You know what I'm saying? She's, she has an attitude, but she hasn't smiled in a long time. Let me take her to a couple of places that will make her smile. Let me get to know her a little. Maybe she's had a bad past. You know what I'm saying? There are a lot of women I've dated who had a lot of letdowns in relationships. A lot of letdowns. If you ever dated a chick who's had a lot of letdowns in relationships, the best thing to do when you talk to her is not talk to her about past relationships. As soon as she starts to talk about past relationships that let her down, like, hey, I don't want to fucking hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it because I'm not them niggas. Don't allow any woman, fellas, to sit there on your time and sit there and tell you about all the niggas that let her down. We don't give a fuck. This is our time. If she continues to do that, she's not fully healed. Get out of this situation. You never want to deal, especially ladies. You never want to, same thing for the ladies. You never want to deal with a nigga that tells you he has trust issues. So everything you do, he's like, I don't like that. I have trust issues. That's what you, nigga, that you don't need to be dating anyone. That is not my responsibility for me to become the trust. I'm gonna change your mind on trust. Like, nah, nigga. No. If you have trust issues, you need to beat your meat and heal. Okay. You don't need to be dating anyone. I know some niggas. I had some friends that be telling me, oh, look what she doing. You know, and she know I got trust issues. That's not her problem. Because let me say this to you. Any man that says he has trust issues consistently in every argument that you have, let that nigga go. Let him go. Now, I can honestly see if you do some fucked up shit and he be like, hey, you know, I ain't gonna lie to you. Please don't do that again, because I do, you know, I like this is hard for me. You know what I'm saying? I understand that, but if every little thing, like you don't pick up your phone in the first ring, why you didn't pick up your phone? You know, I got these shit. Leave that nigga alone. Leave him alone. Because you're dealing with someone that is mentally not stable. I've said this so many times. There are people who consistently go from relationship to relationship, men and women, who don't know after a breakup how to sit down and just cry or let their feelings come out. They have to consistently keep moving. They have to keep shopping and moving around and clubbing. They're not settled. I know a woman who has about 9 active relationships still on her mind, but she never healed from all 9 of them. So by the time she got to this one nigga, she put him through hell. This nigga is battling through all 9 of the other niggas hurt that he put, and men do it too. There are men who cannot. There are people who cannot not be in a relationship. They have to have their time occupied, no matter what. That's why you start to see people in relationships like, but how the fuck did they end up dating? Because the motherfucker does not know how to just calm down. Nikki O said, hurt people hurt people. I said this a couple of lives ago. It is the circle of life. It's a circle of life. It's called the circle of hurt. I said it before. There are women who naturally want to meet a man. I said this before. Most women, their dream is to go to school, graduate college, meet Mr. Prince Charming, get married, and that nigga shoot up the club, have about a family of 5 kids, and live happily ever after with a career. They meet that one nigga who ain't shit. He fucks her over. Then you got the corny simp nigga who wants to fuck her, that's telling her that he'll treat her better. She deals with him for that nigga to do the same amount of bullshit to her, right? She messes with one more nigga. It might be one more nigga she might fuck with. After she fucks with that one more nigga, her whore ass friends get to her and they tell her, bitch, yo, you young, you need to flip that pussy like pancakes and have a good goddamn time. And she meets one nigga who's actually good, and she hurts that nigga. And with men, it only takes one. It don't take as many as women do. It takes one. She hurts this one good dude, and that nigga is like, man, fuck bitch. He listens to his boy. His boy's like, I told you, fuck bitch. He fuck bitch. He's like, fuck bitches. After he's on his fuck bitches patrol, he goes out there and he hurts all the good women out there, and he turns all the good women into daywalkers. It's like vampires. He turns all of them into daywalkers. All these women into, and that's why you see these women in the streets, because they're hurt. Everyone's hurting each other. But when you are healed, you are able to clearly see what someone is about. You're clearly able to see what someone is about. You can see what someone's about. If a nigga tell you he love you, or she tell you she love you on the first or second date, clearly this motherfucker's crazy. But if you're not healed, you'll sit there and be like, oh, okay, I found the right one. You ain't find the right one. You found a fucking daywalker. You found someone crazy. Because there's people out there who are clingy. Let's not forget about the clingy motherfuckers. Let me take this Applebee shit off the screen. Let's talk for real. Let's not forget about the clingy people. Ain't nothing worse than meeting a clingy woman or a clingy man. I'm a man, so I can talk from the man's point of view. A clingy woman is the worst thing. They are the type of women who, where you go home, and if you tell her, and you like, and she'll call you in the morning, hey babe, how you doing? You like, I'm sleeping. Oh, okay. What did you do last night? Oh, I was sleeping. Okay, did you dream about me? Not really. Why haven't you dreamed about me? Or better yet, I was dating a chick that was clingy. We were on the phone all night till about 12:30. I said I gotta go to work. I think about 3:30 in the morning, I went to 7-Eleven to go get some food or whatever. She called me. She must have known. She called me at 4. She's like, I picked up. I was like, what's up? She's like, so you're not sleeping? I'm like, but okay, if I was sleeping, why the fuck would you call? But I said, I got up. I couldn't sleep. I walked to 7-Eleven. Were there bitches at that 7-Eleven? This is a clingy person that has been hurt. Clingy people. Clingy men are the same type of way. Babe, I'm going to go out with my friends. Why can't I go? Nigga, because she's going out with her friends. Go hang out with your homeboys. Men and women date women who have are men that have friends. You are setting yourself up for disaster if you date someone who doesn't have friends. Listen, if she got whole ass friends or he got whole ass friends, it doesn't matter. These niggas can't make your friend do what he don't want to, or he or she doesn't want to do already. I hate when I hear that. Oh, I have friends like that were like, I was a hoe around my boy or some of my friends, and some of their homegirls are like, I didn't want you to hang out with him, and I'm like, for what? I can't make this nigga do what he don't want to do, but you want your friend to have all types of friends. You don't want to be with your girl all up in the fucking, all up in the nail salon and all up in like, go fucking chill with your friend for that shit. But if you got a chick that's consistently in the inner core of your asshole, or a dude that's in the inner core of your asshole every step you go, you are in shitty city. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. We got 26 people in here. We need to have about, and we are there 26. We are going for 50 likes today. I want 50 likes. Let's go for the 50, because I didn't even get to the next subject. You don't want niggas who basically are women who are clingy. Those are the worst type of people. These are people who are incapable of being able to adapt on their own. I knew a chick one time. I asked her. This is so crazy. This is so true. I know a chick. I asked her one time. I was like, what do you want to do career-wise? She told me, whatever career I choose, it will have to be a career that benefits both of our schedule. What? You have to have shit going on. What were you doing before you met me? If your life is all about me when we meet, fellas, ladies, let me explain this to you right now. It will not work. The only way it works is if it's a clingy chick and is a nigga who's never gotten any type of pussy in his life. Or it's one of them simp ass, I'll spend money on a chick all day and she's clingy, it will work. No personality between each, because there's people whose personality lies in their wallet. And there's women who are cool with the nigga personality being in his wallet, and vice versa. But a clingy person, that's why, ladies, Some of y'all know if y'all pussy good or not. You cannot. You have to be careful. You have to know how to how to hand that pussy out. You cannot just give quality pussy to a crazy, clingy motherfucker. You can't. There are a lot of women that know this. You know, once that nigga put it in you, he go, oh my God, shit, I love you. And it was on a one night stand. This nigga is gonna kill you. This nigga he's moving in. The next time you invite him over, he is hooking his Xbox or PS5 up to your entertainment system. And you don't see it right away. You don't see it. The nigga come over. You be like, I'm tired. He be like, oh, take a nap. I'll watch TV in the living room. You wake up, you hear boom, boom, boom. You come out, this nigga playing Call of Duty. Then when it's time for him to leave, you like, hey, you forgot your Xbox. You're like, nah, don't worry, I'm leaving here. And you like, oh, okay. Nah. Pull that fucking Xbox out the TV, wrap them controller up, put them in the book bag. Hey, nigga, take that shit with you. Ladies, once that nigga leave his Xbox at your crib, this clingy nigga is never leaving you. Same thing, fellas. If she come over and she take over the whole middle drawer, I mean, she got a bottoms and tops in the middle drawer. And then in the bathroom, she got conditioner. Niggas don't use conditioner. If she got conditioner in your shower, she moving in. This clingy chick moving in. You gotta tell her, hey, I got you because you know all black people have it. Look in the pantry. Yes, next to the snacks. I got Key Food, I got Ralph's, I got Supreme Team, I got all type of bags. Just whatever bag you want. It's okay. Put all your fucking health, your care products in the bag and go about your business. Don't let these clingy motherfuckers just move in and put the cling on you. They put the cling on you, it's over. They put and now I know a lot of people are like, well, Nick, what does this have to do with what we was talking about earlier when we were talking about Applebee's on the first date? It goes back to this. After I said all this shit I just said, there's nothing wrong with somebody taking out you to Applebee's on the first date, because all this shit I warned y'all about can be discovered on the first fucking date. On a cheap ass date, you just sit there, you get to know this goddamn person. We got 33 people in here. Hit the like button, y'all. That's what I'm talking about. Hit the like button. We're gonna get to this 50. We're gonna get to these 50 likes. By fuck the algorithm. We're gonna get to these 50 likes. That is why you listen. It's not about the amount of money. The nigga ain't take you to McDonald's. He didn't take you to Burger King, White Castles. He took you to Applebee's, which he said was his favorite restaurant. You can say, I don't like Applebee's. I don't like nothing out of Applebee's. All right, let's look at another spot. But you don't want to break bank on a nigga on the first date because you want to be able to get to know who you are dealing with. You want to, are they clingy? Are they crazy? Are they hurt? Are they toxic? Are they going through healing? You want to know all these things. These are things that you need to know as a person. Don't be that person sitting up here, don't be that person that's just sitting there that's like, I can't, how did I get here? Bitch, you guessing. That's how you got here. But I would rather we go to a cheaper place on a first. Listen, hey, man, like I said, he said, let's go out to eat. It ain't like the nigga said, hey, I'm taking you to Applebee's, and when we done, I want you to bust that thing open. If you bust that thing open, okay, off of Applebee's, that's on you. That's Taking someone on a date and asking someone to bust that thing. Even if a nigga take you on an expensive date, you don't have to bust that thing open. If he take you on an expensive date, you don't have to you don't have to bust that thing open. How do they treat the server? Big sis Chris. Hey, that's big sis Chris. Hey, if the nigga take you on a date and he's treating the servers like shit, get out. You want to, because at the end of the day, you want to be able to see if this motherfucker like this. Look, you want to know if your man is going to keep you safe and can he work a fucking room. That's just it. That's all that it is. Can he take care of you? Is he entertaining? Is he fun? Do you see a future with this person? It don't matter about the bill. As long as this motherfucker is spending more than $15.99 on you on a first date, y'all are good. As long as there is a person in the front that says how many seats, you say table for two, and then there's a fucking waiter and there's wait staff and you know they have a wait staff, they have a menu, a real menu. You're not talking through an intercom, okay? As long as there's appetizers, dessert, and dinner, you are on a date and get to know the person. Any questions? Let's get to the next topic. The next topic, the last topic of today. And I got to talk about this. Please hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the share button. Hit the like button. Hit the share button. Hit the like button. Hit the share button, hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the like button, hit the share button. Here we go. This is where we're about to go with this right now. So, Juvenile basically went out and remixed Back That Ass Up. You a fine ass woman, why don't you go vax that ass up? First of all, before I get into this situation, there's nothing wrong. I'm not one of them guys. I don't think there's anything wrong with going out and going and taking care of yourself. I'm not that type of person. Thank you, Zuri, for your donation. I'm not that type of person. I'm not going to sit up here and say and knock people that went out there to do what they had to do. I'm not going to knock people that don't want to take it. It's up to you. It's your decision. You know what I mean? I understand some people have to take it for work. Some people want to take it and make sure that they you know that their family's good, or you know that you know I don't knock anybody for that. But what I do have a problem with, not all money is good money. I mean I don't have a and you have to be able to. This is my issue. So Juvenile basically went out there and remixed Back That Ass Up and did the song Why Don't You Go Vax That Ass Up. The issue is deeper than the song. The issue is just how these corporations or this country is able to wave money in front of our icons or leaders or people that we look up to, supposedly some people look up to, and are influencers, and wave a check in front of and get them to endorse a product to our community, but our own people won't just do this for our own shit. I saw the video, and I first of all, I watched the video, and I'm just like, clearly he was given a check. There was a check given to Juvenile for this song. This was a classic. He remixed the song. He did what he did. He got his check, but clearly they pinpointed him because of this. Because that particular song, when you hear that, don't, you know what time it is. It's time for that ass crack to rise. It's dancing time. We know what time it is when it comes to that song, and because that song catches the ears of so many people in our community, he did the song over, and that song is directed not towards the white people, but it's directed towards the black communities. is that song is directed to. So the nigga remixed the song for the check. All right, get your money. My issue is this. My issue is, why is it that when we have issues internally within our community, these people don't get together and do this type of shit? They endorse shit that is happening to us. Why do you always have to do it when it's something that they're trying to sell to our community? It makes no sense. This is why, like for example, the reason why I fuck with Ice Cube is because, and a lot of people try to make fun of the league. Thank you so much, Jaquista Powell. The reason why, for your donation, the reason why I like Ice Cube is Ice Cube went ahead and started his own league. I fucked up the name. I don't want to put the name of it, but he has his own league, 3-on-3 tournament. That is very entertaining for like a lot of the older stars. What's going to happen is when it catches fire, more players will want to play in it, because at the end of the day, we still want to see some of our legends still play ball. So that's why the tournament was very successful. My whole thing about it is, when you got guys like Kyrie Irving saying, hey, why not let's start our own league? Let's fuck the NBA, the big three. Thank you, Big Sis Chris. Fuck the NBA. Why not start our own league? And then when people say that shit is crazy, or Kyrie's talking crazy, or he's talking dumb, and we can't get behind shit like that. But then you got this nigga Juvenile that takes a cultural classic like Back That Ass Up and remixes it for a check to promote to our community. That is puzzling. It makes no fucking sense. It makes no sense at all. Like I said, I saw the song. I mean, hey, okay, cool. It has some things in there. I mean, like it has some things in the video, but I mean, the song is horrible. The song is fucking horrible. And this is what I'm saying. Like, we'll get behind, we'll take a check and remix a classic like that. But when you have someone like fucking Sha'Carri Richardson, who I just found out today after I did my live yesterday, she's not competing at all. They don't even have her in the relay race. So let's be real. I get it. She broke the rule, so they suspended her for 30 days. But now the relay team ain't pick her up. Now, a lot of people are like, but what about the other black athletes that are going out there that worked hard, that didn't break the rules? Yeah, right. You did break the rules. But here's the thing. She's serving her 30-day suspension. She was cut from that team. Any of you black athletes that fuck up at any time, they will do this to you too. Do you not know the moment you say, I don't fucking want to go out there as a unit, and you get together, because Nike's still fucking with her. You get together with your sponsor at the end. Let me be real, okay? About our race, about our population, and who we are. We are trendsetters. Musically, we are trendsetters. Fashionably, we are like in sports. I'm not saying none of these Europeans or these white boys ain't nice. They're good. But we are dominant. We're in every sport. At most of these, we are dominant. And if you don't know that, then we're you know, Big Sis Chris said, so how else do they appeal to us real quick? So how do they, Big Sis Chris, okay, here's the thing. Are you saying how else can our people appeal to us? Are you saying these corporations, or are you talking about us as black people? Because let me explain this to you. It's sad to say this, but a lot of us, sad to say, are follow. It's whatever we see on social media, any product that somebody puts out, any type of anything, any rapper or any actor or any star, any type of shoe. Kanye West, for example. Kanye has people wearing nurse slippers, and they're buying them. I saw the shoe. All it is a pair of bigger Crocs. This nigga's selling Crocs for $500. $300, $400, $500. Crocs. They don't have they're Crocs. He sold Crocs. So our culture buys whatever is put in front of us. But because these influencers know they have this power, they can actually sell better for blacks. That's clearly what it is. When you see Juvenile remix a song and call it Vax That Thing, like I said, I have nothing. Okay, I get it. I understand. All right, cool. I don't like the song. But my whole thing is, you received a check to do that. These corporations and they know how to get inside of our community. They know who to target. And it's sad that a lot of the influencers don't know this shit. And they just do whatever they think. Now, I know a lot of people be like, well, Nick, he is promoting, making sure that I get that. But it's bigger than that. There's so much other shit that we need to be pushing on our own community that's not being done. I told this story, right? I want you to think about the versus battles. Think about the versus battles, right? The versus battles total, sometimes maybe 1 million people watch the versus battles. All the time. They watch the versus battles. There's 1 million people watching the versus battle. During this, the versus battle is black owned. During this black owned versus battle, we could be in there. They could be in that versus battle properly promoting Sha'Carri Richardson and how she's being treated wrong. See, we could be in that versus battle properly backing athletes that are being misfucking treated or athletes that are being treated. But the problem is within our community, it goes back to, and it goes all the way back to slavery, is that you had the house nigga and you had the field nigga. And what the field nigga did was he knew that basically the house nigga felt like, because he was in the house and he was drinking leftover lemonade and all types of shit like that, he felt as if to say to himself, well, hey, you know what? Master's treating me good, so I don't have to worry about shit else. I don't gotta worry about anything else. I'm good. I'm in the house. I got air conditioning. I'm barely being whooped. I'm good. Y'all niggas got it bad. Y'all big, ugly ass motherfuckers out there in the field. Y'all the ones that have it bad. So I don't really give a fuck about y'all. And what happens is it moves on. In generation, it gets passed on. And you see it now. You got niggas that work for corporations that will do anything to make sure that their boss is happy. They'll make sure that their boss is making money. And when they see niggas being done wrong, they will protect their bosses. They're not going to step out and be like, this is wrong. But what they don't realize is this, and this is a fact. If you are a black person, or if you are in entertainment, or if you are at work, whatever, let me explain something to you. In the beginning, you have your people. If you cross over, you get both black and white. Once these folks are done with you, once they feel like they can't get any more, and I'm talking about these corporations. I'm not just talking about white people. I'm talking about corporations. Once they feel like they can't make any more money off of you, they're done with you. If you're talking back, if you're unruly, or if you're not promoting what they want you to promote into our community, they're done with you. They're not fucking with you anymore. So what happens? Now you don't turn your back on niggas. You try to come back to niggas like, hey, I woke up. Niggas is like, fuck you. We're not accepting you. Because at the end of the day, whether you're light skinned, whether you're West Indian, whether you're dark skinned, we're all fucking black at the end of the fucking day. We're all black. And if you can't see that, that's an issue. That's why I always, when I look at, a lot of times when I look at social media and I see black issues go down, and I always see one black person kind of just take it the other way, I'll be like, what the fuck? And it's not because you're not talking sense. It's because why not have the private meetings amongst ourselves the way other folks do it. Other folks don't sit there. You don't see white folks underneath white comments of shit being like, hey, you're talking shit. They give a phone call. But niggas will go in and they will attack and tear down. There's so many people that's out there that's like, well, Sha'Carri did fuck up, and that is the rules. Like, no, it's more than the rule. Do you actually think in your fucking mind that everybody that went out to the Olympics got tested? They did not want that girl to compete. Why they didn't want her to compete? Like I said before, in the Olympics, they like to represent players or athletes that sell an image of Superman. They do no wrong. If Sha'Carri went out there and won these events, it for them, and she doesn't seem like someone that takes orders either, they would have no control. This young girl at 21 has identified to who she is and who she wants to be. They did not want that fucking image on a box of Wheaties. They do not want Sha'Carri on a box of Kellogg's. They do not want her on a bottle of vitamins. They do not want that. They don't want you to see that. They don't want that image. But people don't understand that. So what they do is the rules. No, that's not what it is. It goes back into everything. Let's talk about it. Seattle Seahawks versus I'll go on record and tell you, I'm a Tom Brady fan. I love Tom Brady as a quarterback. It's one of my favorite football players. Well, right is right, is wrong is wrong. The New England Patriots played against the Seattle Seahawks. Okay, the Seattle Seahawks had a running back, Marshawn Lynch, who's known at the 1, 2, or 3 yard line for running motherfuckers over. He tells you, I'm here to do my job. He's never failed at this position. The Seattle Seahawks had fucking the New England Patriots in a close game on the goal line. All they had to do was give him the ball, and they passed it. A lot of people are like, well, it was a dumb coaching play. No, it wasn't a dumb coaching play. The NFL did not want to make a hero out of a nigga like Marshawn Lynch. There was no explanation for any team not to use the most common weapon to get in the end zone. But you'll have some niggas that'll be like, well, I mean, everybody knew to give it to Marshawn Lynch. It don't matter if everybody knew they was going to give it to Marshawn Lynch. Every time they on the 1 yard line, people know they're going to give it to Marshawn Lynch. But 9 out of 10, or about 10 out of 10, Marshawn Lynch gets the fucking job done. But they did not want that out there, because if Marshawn Lynch would have scored that touchdown, chances are he probably would have had he would have got the game ball. Chances are this is a man who didn't want to do any of their interviews. He didn't want to speak. He didn't want to talk to any of the fucking media. And then when he did talk, he talked about empowering black people. He talked about black people taking care of themselves and making money. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear any of that. And a lot of times people don't understand that. So, like, what does this have to do with Juvenile Remixed Classic? Let's go back to it. Juvenile received a check clearly to promote the vaccine. There's nothing wrong with anybody taking it. If you take it, go ahead and take it. I'm not one of those people that's going to knock you for taking it. Listen, do what you have to do. My thing is that they chose you, and that song is a black favorite. They targeted the black community with that song. Why is it that a lot of these black guys don't target the black community with shit that has to do with making the black community stronger? Our own leagues, our own record labels, our own clothing lines, our own food, our own restaurants, our own networks, our own TV, our own jobs, our own car services, none of that it's done. Marshawn Lynch would have got stuffed on that line, fam, but the point still stands. Pete definitely wanted Rush to be our hero, not Lynch. The players wanted to kill him. Hey, listen, Isaiah, I'm glad you understand. Here's my thing. If Marshawn would have got stuffed on the line, we don't know. But at the end of the day, that's who you give that ball to. Because here's the thing. They passed it and it was an interception. You knew who to get the ball. Because of the, and this is not a knock to Russell Wilson. This is not a knock to Russell Wilson, because I don't play that black against black thing. But Russell Wilson, for them, he's more marketable. He's not scary. He's not scary. He's not someone. You gotta always look. He's not scary. He doesn't seem like the type of person where you could definitely see Russell Wilson in a box of Raisin Bran. Imagine Marshawn Lynch in the box. They don't want anything that represents what a lot of most black people look like. They are not fans of promoting that. That's why when you watch a lot of TV, you watch a lot of these network shows, and you see a lot of these black shows, sometimes some of these black shows, and like one of the, back in the day, there was a show called Thea, it was Ray J the Kid. Like, those are shows that you could identify. South Central back in the day, they used to come on, or different shit like that, that represent, or Moesha. Shows like that back in the day that kind of promoted or represented black families and stuff like. Now, when you look at certain things, like, or even commercials, look at the representation that they believe is for us. They don't like Marshawn Lynch. Niggas can relate to him. There are a lot of women who can relate to Sha'Carri Richardson. Not everyone is cookie cut. But anyone that goes outside of the mold, it don't fit. So back what I say with Juvenile doing this song over and doing it the way he did, my question is just like, you know that you were used as you were basically used to target us. That beat, that song, you knew that was to target us. That song wasn't used to promote to white people. Let's just be honest. Let's keep it all the way above. No way was that song used to promote to any other community but us. Anybody else but us. And my whole thing is, there are so many black leaders and entertainers out there who promote our brand, who don't know what their brand is, and will put anything within us to go ahead and to sell. They do it in election time. They do it in the elections. Look at the elections. Look at some of the celebrities that get chosen to represent this side, represent that side. Look at it. A lot of these guys don't even see that shit. But it is what it is. Make sure you guys hit the like button, y'all. Make sure you guys are subscribing. Make sure you're sharing. I just want to sell a little bit of a message to y'all today. Today I talked about crazy pussy, and today I talked about black unity and stuff being done. Earlier, the live before that, I had my daughter on here. She talked about her thing. I wanted to split the lives apart because I didn't want my daughter live to be misconstrued with this shit. Because let me say this. I have trolls now. Not a bad thing. Not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all. I have trolls now. I have trolls on my page. I have trolls have come out to play, and trolls are here now. And when you're doing the right stuff, trolls will come. And trolls are people who normally have like Daffy Duck as their fucking profile picture, or they'll fucking have a typewriter, or not JHB 2010. I don't know what your emoji is, but I'm just giving an example. There are people out here who are trolling. I had someone troll me yesterday after I did the whole Sha'Carri Richardson thing. I got this long ass message about someone explaining to me. It wasn't the person that was on the live yesterday that was talking about, because somebody on the live, I forgot who it was. Somebody in the live yesterday said that the weed actually was used for cheating because it calmed the nerves. And I had shut that down. I was like, nigga, it's not like she smoked a blunt before she raced. Like, that doesn't make any fucking sense. So then I had a troll come on my page and basically explain to me why weed is used as a weapon in sports. And the person just kept going on and fucking on. And when I clicked on the profile picture, the nigga's picture was a Twilight Zone. And it was like, and he was following everyone in the world, but he had no one was following this person. I don't even want to call it a he or a she. So it's like, no, now I have the trolls and I have to be responsible. So when I do videos of my daughter, I want to separate them from these videos because I don't want people watching the video with her and then I got the trolls that, when you're on a great shit, motherfuckers will try to find any reason to shut your shit down. Somebody told me yesterday, my video yesterday, you couldn't even find it, which was so crazy to me. But people said they couldn't find the video. So I was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? But when you start to speak about some real shit, it is what it is. And that's why I say I need y'all help. You know what I'm saying? I need y'all help basically sharing, liking, promoting. That's why I have the number on the bottom of the screen so I can send it out. I didn't send out any text messages today because these are pop-ups. And I'm going to tell you what I like about the pop-ups. The pop-ups let me know that when I go live, the fact that it's 30 to 20 people on the show watching it without me texting y'all all the time lets me know that you guys are fucking with me. I will still use the text number though, because it gives you access to like the video and hit the reminder button on your own as well. Also, if the algorithm doesn't let, because that's a scary thing, of the algorithm, or they don't let the live pop up in y'all profile or whatever, y'all have that link already sent from me. It helps me to beat that. So I appreciate y'all all that. Also, Jaquista, Zuri, and Isaac Gentry, I appreciate y'all for your Cash App donations as well. Episode 50 is this Sunday, y'all. Episode 50 on the podcast. It will be live. It is this Sunday. I absolutely cannot wait. That is 50 fucking episodes, man. Woo! 50 episodes. That's 50 weeks of podcasting. 50 weeks. I actually gave y'all, I think it was episode 46 with Jack Thriller. I did 2 parts to episode 46. I could have cheated and made that 46 and 47, but I didn't do that. I just gave y'all 2 parts. So it's like we are about to embrace 50 episodes this weekend, man. So I appreciate y'all for the love. Also, make sure you guys tell a friend, man. Tell a friend. Thank you, Tessa dear. Thank you to your producer. I want you guys all there for episode 50. Episode 50. I think on episode 50 of the podcast, I'm really about to go down memory lane with some stories on the majority of the episodes and what it took to get these episodes done on these 50 episodes. I'm going to tell y'all how the podcast got started. I think that's what I'm going to do. Episode 50, y'all need to show up. I'm going to tell y'all how the podcast started, how long it took me to get into the podcast. I'm going to explain to y'all the first couple of episodes. I'm going to explain to y'all why each guest was picked. For a lot of you guys, it's like, whoa, I thought Grady was supposed to be episode 50. Grady has a show this weekend. So me and Grady will be rescheduled. He will be on the show. Trust me. For a lot of people that are Grady, that know Grady, that fuck with Grady, Grady is my big bro, and he wanted to do episode 50, but the date that I have for him for episode 50, he will not be here. I didn't want to do a pre-recorded. When I have the guest, I want them to be live. But this 50th episode will be a rundown memory lane. I'm gonna talk about all my guests. I'm gonna talk about people that just how episodes that I had to do, that it took me a while to get to. You know what I'm saying? The preparation for some of these episodes, man. the setup. I'm gonna talk about the people that support the Red Flags, man. A lot of you guys and how I met y'all and where this all came from. Man, this Thursday at Legacy Lounge in Los Angeles. If you live in Los Angeles, I have a comedy show. I'm performing on Janae Thompson's comedy show on Thursday, and then I have I have something special that me and my wife are working on. I cannot talk about that as of yet. And then if you guys live in Maryland, when I get all the information, I'm waiting for that right now. We have a surprise for y'all coming up in Maryland in September. So yeah, man. There's a lot of stuff about to go down. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of stuff about to go down. As far as this comedy stuff, I will let you guys know what city I will be in, or if you guys know of any shows or lounges that need a comedian, hey, tell them about Nick. Say I want to see Nick in my town. Have them contact me. You know what I'm saying? Have them definitely. Simone L, Alabama Powell. I know Kevin Douglas. I know you're around there as well. So any of you guys around that Maryland area, I will give y'all. I will like you guys to show out in September. It is a big show. I will be there. I will give you guys the date. I cannot wait. You know, stuff is open back up. What else I want to say? Also, Respect the Stroke t-shirts. Go to my Instagram page, click the link in my bio, get yourself a Respect the Stroke t-shirt, or get yourself a Demon Box t-shirt for all the women out there with that toxic box that men can't get enough of. Go ahead and get a couple of those shirts. What else is there? Make sure you guys hit the like button. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. Prophet Kevin, the goddamn bill. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe. Make sure you guys are telling your friends about telling them to subscribe, man. I appreciate every last one of you guys for showing support to me and my daughter today. Shout out to all the Cash App donate. What I will do with these Cash App donations today is I will take the little one to get some ice cream today because she did such a good goddamn job on the episode before this. I cannot even front. She did good. She was a little nervous in the beginning, but she told a story and I was amazed by the story that she told. And she got in her bag and she did a thing, you know what I'm saying? And I want to promote that with her. You know, I want her to be the best that she can be. And she definitely went out there and she showed out. So thank you guys. Thank Isaiah for another fire show, man. We got 35 likes. Let's try to get it to 40 before I go ahead. Let's get this to 40 likes. Like 40 likes and I'm out of here. 40 likes and I'm out of here. Just give me 5 more likes. Get 5 more likes going up in here. 40 likes and we have a successful pop-in show. Also this Sunday on the podcast, I will refer you guys to another book this Sunday. The next 3 weeks, I will say this, there will be a morning show and there will be a podcast, but for the next 2 weeks, these pop-ups might just slow down just a little bit because like I said, I am working on something. Me and the wife are going to be working on something like crazy and I have to get ready for that. So I'm going to have to like make sure it's the morning show and it's the podcast. I do the pop-ups because I fuck with y'all. And I want to get on y'all with this news. You know what I'm saying? I had to talk about Applebee's and I had to talk about Juvie. And, you know, like I said, every episode, you know, I know I'm a comedian and I try to give you guys some comedy, but I also like to speak some real shit as well. I feel like, you know, I don't want to just be on here clowning on the goddamn time. You know, I kind of grew into this podcast. I grew into this shit. And now I feel like it's my responsibility to talk some shit in here and, you know, try to get some people to hear some real shit. You know what I'm saying? To hear some real shit. And the fact that you guys have been adapting to it and listening and showing me love and promoting, like I said, I got you guys. Shout out to Isaac Jenkins. Once again, shout out to my moms, Miss Mia, Angela Vet, Isaac Gentry, Candace Creations, and hold on before I get killed, before I get my cups run over. Shout out to my mods. Shout out to Big Sis Chris. Thank you so much. Isaiah, Jen's World, Alabama Power, Simone L, JHB, T.O., Tessa Durr for coming in. Tessa Durr, you haven't been here in a while, so I appreciate you being in here today and staying around. CTE, a lot of you guys that are at work fucking with me today, watching this show, guys that watched the last live, then pop back in. I thank y'all so much. Yeah, man, I appreciate y'all. Let's see what Kenny's at with the likes. Hold on. Let me see what Kenny's at with the likes. Let's see what Kenny's at with the likes. And Kenny, I need one more like, Kenny. One more like. I mean, I'm about to I'm about to feed you to the tiger my daughter show with, because you acting up. What else I was going to? Oh, let me also explain this too. I got an email. I got a message from someone that watches the Red Flag show. I want to explain this to you. Understand that if you truly watch, this is why I say, people, if you're new, I appreciate y'all, but binge watch. If you go to the playlist, go to the Curious Red Flag. That's the best time. I won't say the morning show, because the morning show is like an update of the news. But if you watch the Curious Red Flags podcast and you really, what's the word called? And you what is the fucking word I'm looking? And you binge watch it, you learn a lot about me. And one of the things that I got in a message was somebody was in here in the chat, and they were just saying some things. And here's my thing, man, that I want to say. Like, I explained to you what the podcast is about. The podcast is about red flags in people's lives, my lives. I do some interviews, get their red flags. The morning show is about updates and all types of shit like that. I speak on what I have information or things that are on. If I don't speak about stuff that's going on in other countries or other things, like that I am not the podcast or the morning show or the update show, maybe for you to watch. If I don't know what's going on specifically in other countries, you could turn the channel and watch something else. You know what I'm saying? You might have people that might watch a channel about information, but I want to hear about fucking. That's not the channel for you. I'm not mad if you go, but what you're not, but you can find out a lot of. So somebody was like, "Oh, Nick, you're not as what was it? Oh, let me read this comment that I got. Nick, okay, here goes the comment right here. Nick, you seem like okay. So this is somebody that watched Zoom with the Homies, which is crazy. They went back to an old episode of Zoom with the Homies, the first episode that was out, and they basically was like, "Oh, Nick, you seem like the type of you seem like you're nervous and you and I'm like, okay, like that was the first episode of Zooming with the Homies. You know what I'm saying? That was I was on the very second episode that Tahir ever did with Zoom with the Homies. Nobody that was on that episode knew what Zoom with the Homies was going to be and how it was going to play out. I was on Zoom with the Homies that day with a tank top on in the first 3 weeks of the pandemic. And I get a phone call from Tahir, and he's like, "Hey, you wanna go live with me on YouTube and just talk the shit?" Didn't even know it was Zooming with the Homies. Then, I was in a couple of episodes where I kind of let myself out. And then after that, it wasn't until he gave me my hosting gig one night is where everybody got to know who I was, and if they wanted to learn more about me, they went to the Curious Red Flags podcast. Nick, really quick, can you give a shout out to me and the wife for making it to our hey man, JHB 2010. Can everybody put some party hats in the chat section right now? Congratulations to JHB 2010 on him and his wife 5th anniversary, man. That is dope. That is dope. That is dope, man. I shout out to your anniversary, man. That is that. Listen, anyone that is in love, married, and still with their partner in peace, 5 years of health and strength. Congratulations to you, JHB. Only thing, JHB, I ask is that, man, if you could just change your screen name, because it's a lot to read. You know what I'm saying? So, but shout out to Mr. and Mrs. JHB for their anniversary. It's it's your anniversary. Woo! Anniversary. Happy anniversary to you guys. I wish you guys the best. What you should do is take it from Nick. What you should do for your anniversary, you should tell her, you know what, baby, love the way look in her eyes and tell her right now, I love JHB. Is she watching the show right now? I want to say this to her for you right now, JHB. Mrs. JHB, let me say this to you right now. If you love this man and love conquers all, then you let this man get on the phone right now and make reservations to Applebee's. Miss JHB. And you go, listen, no, you don't get the 2 for 20, you get the 2 for 40. Get the 2 for 40. Okay? You go to Applebee's and you call this a red flag dinner. You guys go out on a red flag dinner. That's what this is called, a red flag dinner. Happy anniversary to you guys. I wish you guys nothing but the best. It's your anniversary. It's your anniversary. He's gonna take you to Applebee's. Gonna order the 2 for 40. He's gonna order the chicken breast and chips, and you might get the prime rib. Ooh, yada 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 do 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 yada 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 do 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 do. I want to tell you something, JHB. They got drinks on good prices on the happy hour. If you get the happy hour with the drinks, like Gen World 31 said, don't forget the riblets. Yada 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 yada. Ba da 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 da. Ooh, it's JHB and Miss JHB. It's their anniversary. It's their anniversary. JHB 2010 plus Miss JHB 2010 added equals 30 40 10 on their anniversary. And I just spit hella drool out my mouth just now. Cause I'm feeling the music, and I hope you guys spend a special day with each other now. And when you come back, you guys watch. Well, hold on. The game is not on today. So let's go back. And I hope you guys spend some quality time. Hopefully he looks into your eyes and say this to you. He said, baby, I remember the first day because that was our original day spot. Ooh. JHB got you on the big screen today. That man loves you like no other. He got a million roses set up for you right now. But your only job after you eat and dine is that remember this, respect his stroke, yeah. Respect his stroke. How do you respect his stroke? His stroke. Well, you go to my IG and you click the link in my bio and you get him a Respect the Stroke t-shirt and you wear that shirt yourself when you're out with him. So when people say, how's your day going now? You point to your shirt. They look at it. They look at him. They say, you go, nigga. Hey, y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. That's the show. Make sure that after the live is done, get out the chat section and leave comments on how you felt about this episode and the episode with my daughter so we can kick the algorithm's ass. Happy anniversary.